Picture this. The year is 1996, Bill Clinton just entered his second term, the Screen franchise made its debut, and Braveheart was the winner of Best Picture. However, in the context of this documentary, I don't think any event could come close to the release of the DVD, which would absolutely change the game for the home entertainment industry and the film industry as we know it. Now, this new product was revolutionary and completely blew the VHS out of the water and almost into obscurity. And with this new format, released 32 different titles, films such as Goodfellas, Twister, Blade Runner, and Space Jam, and many more. And with so much selection at the start, and so much more to come in the future, the only way was up for the DVD. 3 years after the DVD's initial launch, Blockbuster would go on to start renting DVDs and then became the dominating force in the DVD renting scene. Only a few years earlier, Netflix would launch and then follow a similar kind of concept too.
Late fees? Forget about it.
No late fees.
Shut up.
Little did we know, this was all about to change when Blockbuster would decline a $50 million deal with Netflix. This would become one of the pivotal moments in the decline of video and DVD renting as a concept, and it would then go on to lead the rise of streaming. Now, this might look like your average shopping outlet, but it actually used to be one of the home locations to Blockbuster in the northeast. Now, we're going to go and interview a good friend of mine, Sam, to talk about the fond memories that Blockbuster used to have for him. So, what would you say your earliest memory of being at a Blockbuster is?
I think my earliest memory has to be going like on a weekend morning and going, just like walking from my house to the Blockbuster, and I think I got Monsters Inc. film. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I was about 6 or 7, so yeah.
Well, what would you say was your favourite film that you rented from there?
I'd have to say my favourite film I rented probably would have to be, like, considering how old I was, probably like Toy Story 2. That was probably my favourite.
So, based off of coming to this Blockbuster, would you say this has influenced your love for film more?
Yeah, I think so. Like, based off the fact that with streaming, you go choose hours of. You've got hundreds of films, so TV shows to watch. I think choosing one specific film you want to watch is I think that makes me appreciate it more and makes me differentiate between films that I love and films that I stick on and not really care about. I think definitely, yeah.
Now, in the year 2010, Netflix begins to launch its streaming service and completely strays away from its old DVD renting service. This would go on to make watching films a lot faster and a lot more convenient, with endless options at your disposal. For the physical media side of the home entertainment industry, sales were now declining. Blockbuster would go on to close its doors in 2014, and streaming had now become the norm, and would then go on to become the lead selling point for the home entertainment and the film industry. So, to learn more, I went out and asked for someone's opinion on physical media, on its importance, on its benefits, and of its future.
Yeah, so I'm a bit of a traditionalist, so for me, I love having the physical media. I think having a DVD, it's something really special. It's a collectible item that you can keep. I love all of the bonus features. I'm someone that does enjoy watching the behind the scenes bits. And also I think it's nice just to have something that you've gone and selected, picked up, and you've really intentionally chosen to watch that rather than you've just put something on in the background because actually it's there and you're paying for the service anyway. I mean, having said that, streaming is great because you've got a lot more at your disposal then and there, so I do appreciate the kind of ease and accessibility with streaming, but for me I do enjoy just having that physical copy and making that conscious decision as a consumer on what media I want to watch and consume. I think there's benefits to both. I think with streaming services, obviously you do have that larger, wider range at your disposal, and I think with having just everything in one place, there's an ease. But for me, I do again prefer that DVD Blu-ray experience. I think the quality is usually a little bit crisper. You don't have to sit through any adverts or have to pay any additional charge. It's just all there and then you've bought the DVD, it's in your hands. It's your decision as a viewer as to how you watch that a little bit more. And again, also you have made that conscious decision to consume that media rather than just putting something on your Netflix or your Disney Plus or whatever it is that you use in the background. Is a bit more of a conscious choice. So for me, yeah, I'm pro physical media. With the way that film works, I mean, I work in a cinema, so for me, I know a little bit more about that film distribution process. And I think, a lot of filmmakers now are making decisions on how they shoot it and what cameras they shoot it on. So it's almost like that's going to lend more to physical media rather than streaming, because you can't quite capture that same quality. You have filmmakers coming out now and saying, actually, the magic of the big screen is something really important, and watching these films on phones is just not that. You're not getting that perspective of a big Scorsese film or even like a Wes Anderson film where everything is sort of built and designed for very specific stylized reasons. So it's almost like directors in the film industry are pushing this idea of cinema and DVD coming back and being really important and integral to how they make that work. So I do think we will see a return.
So this begs the question, has streaming fully cemented itself in the future, or will physical media ever make a return?